Hello. Okay, now it's grainier. Hello, Hidden. How are you today, buddy? Awesome. Breathing all right? Good. Awesome. That's good. That's good to hear, baby. How's your channel going? Ian! Hey there, buddy! If it wasn't for you having your wrench, I wouldn't recognize you. It sure is good to see my boys again. It's been a long time. So you're not going to be working on gaming right now, Ian? Hello, Grandpa. Feeling good today, Grandpa? We have got a gloomy day today here. It's been foggy and kind of mid. So, and with nobody up on the screen with me means I'm less distracted and I can keep up with the chat. Unfortunately, that also means everybody has to type, but is this going okay? I've got unable to connect to chat. Try again later. Don't know what that's all about. I don't know if any of you's going to be able to reply or not. Hopefully that's... Let me see here. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. Yep. Hmm. That's interesting. It came out just fine the other way. Okay, I've got the chat popped up. All see me just fine? Because it's showing everything up on by that. Okay, good. Thank you, Ian. I'll just leave it popped out because the chat's doing fine with it popped out. Unfortunately, I can't see myself. The pop out covered up. I just wanted to make sure you all could see me. Yeah, I got that news. It was on a special report. I'm glad they're done. Okay, let me catch up on the chat here. I've got some missing. Okay, yeah, boy, it really messed up there. Okay. Well, that since you're feeling better, Grandpa, that code should be gone in no time. And it's screen time as long as you finish all your homework and reading for your online classes and your public classes. Well, that's good. And it was buffering. No, I was asking everybody basically. No, I didn't get a new webcam, but I'm a different computer. Hey, that's good. Are you trying to crit, Grandpa? I mean, that would be awesome if you're trying to crit. But even if you're not trying to, not smoking since Saturday is still good. Well, then you're doing awesome, Grandpa. You are doing awesome. So, yeah, Ian, I'm using a MacBook Air. It's new to me. It was my mother-in-law's, and she had gotten another computer, and so she had given this one to my husband. And I was trying to use a different app for doing live streaming, but it wouldn't carry anybody else because you're allowed to have people up on the screen with you, and it wouldn't carry anybody. And so hubby said that I could have this MacBook that his mother gave to him, and it's doing a lot better than the other computer that I was using. So I don't think they're going to manage to impeach Trump. I don't think they're going to. They really don't have any grounds to impeach him on. They really don't. They want to, but I don't think they'll succeed. I think Mike would make a good president, but yeah, I don't think there's going to be a problem with us losing Trump. Yeah, well, they've been crying impeachment for a long time. They're digging up what they can, but what they're basically doing is making it up. There was a prophet who prophesied that the president would not be impeached, and this was before Trump ever became president, and he died before Trump was even elected. So I seriously believe what that prophet was talking about was about Trump. No, they don't. Nope, they sure don't, Grandpa. Their hands are empty. Well, you know, sometimes talking about politics and stuff is a touchy subject matter anyway, so it's probably good that you not talk to them about it. Unless they would volunteer to say something to you. What about that prophet? Oh, okay. Well, that's no problem, Ian. You ask away, buddy. What I don't know, I know Grandpa will. He can answer you too. I've been learning a lot from Grandpa, and my husband listens to it all the time. I believe that God is using Trump to take care of matters that should have been took care of. And it is a shame that the president can only run 2 terms. So that doesn't give much time to finish up what needs to be done. But God is definitely good and faithful to do what he needs. It's kind of odd. God uses people that you would never think in a million years he could use. But he does, he uses them. And it's incredible. Yeah, but you know what? You at least you can be praying, right? Because the one thing that we need more than anything is for the president to be in that God wants in. So even if you won't be able to vote, you can at least be praying that God puts in who needs to be in there. You can't go wrong with a prayer like that. Don't specify names, just ask for God to put in there who he wants to be in there. Absolutely, bud. He didn't break the law. One of the candidates on the Democratic side, his son got involved in a Ukraine job without qualifications, and that Democrat at the time demanded that so and so got fired. They wouldn't put the money out. And so there needs to be an investigation on that. And no, he didn't break the law. He just requested that they dig a little bit and see what it was all about. Ain't nothing wrong with doing that. Hello, Nels of Interest. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Oh, okay. Oh, are you limited or have you got a limitless plan? We use T-Mobile and our plan is unlimited. We're paying a decent penny for that, but ah, I hate that. Good, good, unlimited. I tell you what, LTE works pretty good. I can appreciate LTE a lot of times. My device was acting up last night, so I just turned off the Wi-Fi and finished uploading on my LTE. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, see? I'm glad that you got to read the transcript. So in your own opinion, do you believe that he didn't do anything? They didn't do anything wrong? Oh, did you have a storm or something? Hey, 50 a month isn't too bad for being unlimited. Huh. Well, I do hope that they've got it fixed or will get it fixed or whatever needs done. Yeah. Yeah, it's very good. That's what you call debate. Exactly. Exactly, Ian. You nailed that, buddy. Oh, that's awesome, bud. It helps a whole lot to have good service. I rebooted the device last night. Apparently, it needed it. It seemed to have straightened up the internet altogether, so I don't think I'll have any trouble with it tonight. Yep. That will definitely help, Ian. That will most definitely help. Imagine how many families are going to be rejoicing to see their men come back home and their women. But then there's also going to be a whole lot of tears for those that didn't make it. And one thing I definitely know for sure, Trump means business about these states. So was the rest of the class completely against abortion? Boy, you all's really getting into some deep discussions there in your class. Well, that is really good to hear. That is really good to hear. I am glad of that. I really admire President Lincoln myself. Of course, I admire George Washington, but I just, I really admire Lincoln. Me personally, I am against legalizing marijuana. I mean, I know like there's some people who smokes it as a medication, but if it becomes legalized, then people who doesn't need it are going to just smoke it up, and that might be more trouble than not. I don't like the thought of it being legalized. But I don't know. Well, that's okay, bud. I mean, I really don't know all that much about JFK, but I do agree that Reagan was a good president. And I'm sure that there's other good presidents that we've had, but I really don't know much about what and all they all done. Right. Yeah. I would definitely agree with that. I would prefer that no one would ever smoke it personally, but yeah, if it came down to it, I agree in the privacy of the home. Yeah, which it's hard for me to believe that marijuana is good as a medicine, but it is one of God's creations, and all of the plants that God created in some way or fashion can be used in a form of medication. So I don't know. Yeah. I don't know all that much about Washington either, except that he was part of the development of the nation and stuff, and that he was a good general and everything. Huh. What is THC? Do you know, Ian? I had took a medication called propofol for my shakes. It's a beta blocker, and it ended up causing me to eat like crazy. I never could get any kind of satisfaction out of food. I was constantly chowing down. It did help control my shakes some. Oh, I see. I see. Well, that's definite.